What's up, Red Wave? I just got home from the football game, and yes, I was one of the 1,500 or so people there and the stands. Right? This little timeout bobblehead they were giving away to the first 700 people show, so I was there. Before I talk about the Wyoming game, I want to give a quick shout out to the basketball team. You know, they were playing while the football game was going on. They had a 1-point victory over Utah Valley. I'll probably talk about that more when we watch the replay of that and recap their game against Stephen F. Austin later this week. I just want to say, though, that that's obviously Coach Wahlberg's biggest win so far in his year in, I don't know, 1/3 less, maybe 1/4 as Fresno State's head coach. Hope they can keep it up. I'm personally still very skeptical they'll be able to do everything this year in basketball, but I certainly never root for any Bulldog team to ever lose. So it was a good Saturday evening for Fresno State overall. And speaking of the football game, there was like maybe 1,500 people at most at the game. And I mean, if you were there at the stands, you can understand why. I mean, when you wanted to tailgate, it was just impossible to do so unless you had a proper tent set up. But even then, you had to, keep pushing water puddles out of the top there. And tailgating is a big reason why people want to show up. So yeah, the crowds are going to look bad, especially during the first half. But the crowd that was there was involved. It was energetic. And they watched the Bulldogs perform in a workmanlike fashion against Wyoming. And I'm going to say this right now. I know what the score might be, but I think it's been the best performance at home all year long. All right? Could have done anything they wanted against Southern. The first half against Georgia Southern was not good. I never felt the Bulldogs were in danger of losing last night, or however you want to say it, against the Cowboys. I never felt like the defense would give up more than they did. I mean, Wyoming had a couple big runs, but they had the whole thing under control. The offense, run a game, they eventually broke through, got some big runs, got some highlights. I know people that bashing Conklin and want E.J. Warner back. In my mind, Conklin is doing exactly what the team needs him to do right now. All right? Make the right reads and checks, and don't turn the ball over. That was especially important given the weather against Wyoming, was just not to make any major mistakes. And he just done that. All right? And I want to speak real quick about Conklin, so I'm on it. I heard a few callers on the postgame show talk about how, and one of the hosts talked about how they obviously do better than Warner. Okay, Warner would not have done a damn thing against San Diego State, except maybe cause more turnovers. All right? We saw what he did all year long. He wasn't going to do it anymore. Same thing against Boise State, all right? Conklin is going against the, 3 out of the 4 best defenses in Mountain West in his first 3 starts, and the Bulldogs are 2-1. All right? And the big reason is simply because he's not turning the ball over. A.J. Warner turns the ball over, all right? We saw that all year long. His decision-making just isn't good. Conklin is doing what this team needs. He's not going to go anywhere, and if the Bulldogs keep playing their game, they will win out, all right? I know Utah State is next week, and they can score a lot. The Bulldogs do what they want to do, play good defense, control the clock of running game, and don't turn the ball over. Utah State will not get a chance to have that kind of lead. All right? And I believe the Bulldogs should beat Utah State next week. But as this game tonight, the big hero in my mind was Jonathan Arsenault. He had that huge touchdown run that really just iced the game. It's good for him to have that kind of performance. Tyler Kahavi, he was all over the field. We're starting to see what Matt Entz wants his team to be. Play great defense, control the running game, line of scrimmage, have a quarterback who doesn't make mistakes, and it's working for him, all right? It was really, really working for him. So we have really no complaints if they just keep playing like this. I don't really care how they do it as long as they win. I know some Bulldog fans have had expectations of high-flying offenses because of the quarterbacks they've had. I don't care, personally. Just win the football game. That's all I care about, all right? And we are doing that right now with Conklin. So, let's enjoy this win. For those of us who went there, if you couldn't make it because you have little kids that want them in the rain and mud, I can understand that. But next week, should be dry, no issue. Let's pack the house against the Aggies. But for now, let's enjoy the victory over the Wyoming Cowboys for this week. And see what happens upcoming game against Utah State. We go 2-0. This is up my games. Probably the Mountain West title game, which is what we want. For now, go Dogs.